Two tights. Odd. Fire.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
He'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run. It's second and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Tight end right. We got three, fellas. We got three. Fun. No.
Looking deep for Hilton. And the hit jarred it loose.
Your trip ends here,
It's
baby.
incomplete.
Your trip ends here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all. Week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And they look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I'm going to hit you
5
all
yards is the
day,
pickup
baby.
there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Four down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Crash.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard.
Odd. Three down. Odd. Watch out for 86.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Way to get behind them pants and run.
Let's keep it up. Loss of about 8.
Let's get this.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
Brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Yeah,
Blitz is
baby.
still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10
Watch
at their
left.
own 24.
Tight end to the left.
Here we go. 180.
First down. And he's going to drop this off to his quarterback. And he'll get it up to the 30. 20-yard
That's it.
line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
3 down.
12, 12.
Check, check.
Black.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Yes.
Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that,
Omaha.
could be a long night defensively.
No, as we're seeing with that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. Baby, very long
get him,
night
boy.
for the defense.
Get him, boys.
Someone's going to run for some big yardage.
We got double tight. Double tight.
Game here with a tailback.
Watch
And
Mike.
well
Watch
past
Mike.
midfield, just a
Outside
yard or
coming.
two shy
Outside
of the
coming.
40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards.
Run,
and
run,
it'll
run.
move the sticks.
11.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game.
Yes.
Hey, tight. Game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Loaded.
George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. The Niners have taken the early lead.
Put their hand in the ground and block people. Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
This is taken and it's through. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Tight end left. 3 down.
Leopard.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
That'll be on the right side by Reed. Finding room at the 30. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set down. Just the first quarter, the tackling is so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off season about our season opening opponent. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a
4 down. 4 down.
Over.
Out of this as he's taken down up near 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 down. 3 down.
Flushed out right. Jordan has it. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he had all the time in the world.
No. Check. Patriot.
For a first down pickup.
So from the 39 now.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Hey, watch the Ship!
Caught on the right side. 7 yards.
3 down.
To pick
3
up
down.
on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
He'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The first drive this year, they punted this drive. Much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
Wake-up
It's
call.
more where I came
Probably a
from.
little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got
Leopard!
motivated,
Leopard!
got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Tight right.
First down. Underneath to his running back.
Okay,
complete.
we got 4. We
And
got
he's
4.
able to get it to the edge
Let's go,
of the
fellas.
red
We got
zone
4
at
down.
the
Let's go.
20-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Detroit.
Ship.
Running back Geis, and he'll
Here they
take
come,
it
here
down
they come, here they
just
come.
shy of
Hot.
15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it
I
gives
know
him
you
a new
feel
set of
that.
downs.
Detroit.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Detroit!
Completion, so that sets up second
Tight end to
and
the right,
6.
boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Stand up over there.
Dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Run.
Impact in the running game thus far, and after that last
Hey,
run,
hey.
not much is going to change
We
in
got
that
4.
area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Redskins on third
Tighten up,
down.
tighten up,
They've been
tighten up.
okay. 2 for
All right,
3
now,
thus
lucky
far.
56.
This will be
Lucky
3rd and
56.
5.
Mike, 48. Coming.
Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They backs to the goal line. They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you give up a job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes.
He's got a good boy, and he might be gone.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them a touchdown their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that
3
again.
down. 3
And
down.
when you start plotting...
Here he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Good job, fellas.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
21.
Direction downfield. field
check.
or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate was able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads
That's
to
where
a
you
third
belong.
down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
11.
3 down.
13. We had.
Catch, he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league.
Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level you hit them, they go through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
Tight ends
It's a
Ringo.
balancing
Tight
act,
ends on the
isn't it?
Ringo.
Because
Tight
you're
ends on the
exactly
Ringo.
right. They're none too
4 down. Check.
Get put points on the board.
3 points is 3
Switch.
points.
In this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily
Go.
done.
8
yards
run it.
on the
Run.
pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and
Oh,
short.
yeah. Left. Watch left.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That's Young. And he'll be brought down right
Okay,
at the
baby, I see you.
45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this.
All right, now,
first
lucky
half.
56.
He's got his
Lucky
guys at
56.
1st and 10. Wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Come on now.
Josh Doxson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing. From a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's James. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive
Three
to
down.
end with a kick.
Run!
Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah,
Three
but you
down.
met fan
3 down.
bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
I'll
other
send you.
than
Here we go.
get
Hurry
the
up.
point. That's
Hurry
it.
up.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Black.
Watch out.
Wide open receiver complete.
Boom!
And he's taken down
Yeah,
right at the
baby!
45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move
Get
like
set!
that, and he's able to get into open
Hey,
field
gun,
with a full
gun.
head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window there.
Oh, dang, punt!
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons
Run,
you like to
run.
blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking
want it,
assignments. It
fellas.
doesn't allow
They
those offensive
don't
linemen to get up to the
want it.
second level.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All
6. Sit hot.
A dump ball in the cup, and he'll get nothing out of it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game?
11.
Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously
Watch
the
tight end.
defense
Tight end's
had
right.
other plans
Tight end's
and
right.
made a nice play.
11. 11.
Hey.
11. 11.
Four down. Crash!
Avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Crash down! Crash!
Safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves
That's
fruitful
how we do
there.
it!
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he like a result for the offense.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
No. Check. Patriot.
Rush in.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards
Yeah,
on that
baby.
pickup.
Boom.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun.
Move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
He'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey. We got four down.
Oh, yeah!
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
48.
Here I
Steps
come.
away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Young.
Blitz.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards.
Blitz.
And it moves the sticks.
Blitz.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Strong right.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49
I got him.
And give him 4 yards
Easy
there.
work.
It'll be 2nd and
It's easy
6.
work, and it's coming again.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Three. Watch 84.
It's Young. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Hey, we got 3 down. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Run.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
That's it, baby.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Detroit.
Two tights. Hey, hey.
Detroit! Detroit!
16.
And he is into the end zone.
Check.
For a
Crunch.
Washington
Crunch.
touchdown.
Crunch.
Darius Geis, touchdown number 15
Run!
of the year.
The leg,
And
get there, get there.
Redskins are going to take the lead.
That's it. Yeah.
Now it's Hopkins
job.
to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's James. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something
21,
goes
21.
wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Three down.
Managing risk.
Just a yard of
here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs.
I got you.
Plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down.
That's what I do.
Up past the 30.
They're coming. They're coming.
They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Rhino. You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
I send you. Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's James. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is
guys,
emphasizing
I got you.
the things that went well in the first half. There's a reason you're down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
21.
3 down. Check the backer.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
We got three, fellas.
120. 180.
their defense. They've kept them in it by making
Mike's
the plays
50,
that
Mike.
Switch up.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get him down.
We got three.
As he's
Three down.
inside
Three
the
down.
40.
Hey,
Get set.
It goes for 18 there.
12,
as the
fellas, here we
drive
go.
will continue. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. We got 3 of 1.
Hey, come on,
tackle,
O,
but
come
couldn't
on,
do a
O.
whole lot else. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Hey, come on, come on, come on.
Success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid game.
Over the middle. Pass complete.
Oh,
And
boy, I know you felt
brought
that
down,
one.
but not before
I
they're
know you
inside
felt
the
that one.
25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Brian Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down
That's
to the
what I'm talking
14-yard
about.
line.
Nice hit,
Give
boy.
him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot
3 down,
in the zone.
3 down.
What's the key to
180!
how you do it?
180!
Read what the coverage is.
They're coming.
What spots on the field they naturally get to,
Run.
and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your
Last
quarterback.
stop.
He should be
Last
reading the exact
stop.
same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
12, fellas, here we go.
2 tights. 2 tights. 3 down. 3 down.
21.
And he'll
110,
find his way down
110,
inside the 10
10.
to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there.
Run.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to
Yeah,
panic.
baby.
But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
Here we go.
or Run a few
180!
different plays,
Like
but
50.
stay with the overall essence of the running game.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Back.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's
Yeah,
3rd
baby.
down.
Yeah, baby. Watch right. Watch right. Watch the run. Watch the run.
180. 180. Twelve.
25. Check 25.
The hut.
The stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
He
They
wasn't
struggled to
ready.
get him rolling
He
on the
wasn't
ground
ready.
in the first half, and that's sort of
Abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
All right, now,
They've
lucky
got to be
56.
confident about what they
Lucky
presented
56.
And continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look
Back 99
good.
Philly. Here we go.
It's amazing because that
Kill.
defense to knock the ball out.
Complete over the middle. That's Young.
You got him.
And he'll be
You
taken
got
down,
him.
but not before he
You
works
got
it
him.
past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Check 26. Check 26.
No. Check. Patriot.
And he's got this one across midfield
All
into
day.
49er territory.
All day. Every day. Any
3
day.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried to put Cutter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally. didn't.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Double tight, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Press.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7
Hey,
following
4
the
down, 4
incompletion
down.
on 2nd down.
Hey, check.
And he's good.
You're not ready.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Hot.
The 21 yards there as they
Crash.
convert on third.
Crash.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence.
That's it,
when in
baby.
doubt,
That's
find
it.
your veterans.
That's it.
He used to
Big
laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position. You're doing
Crash. Understands a little bit better.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Double tight. Five down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Lord.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got 4.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Go. Let's
No
run.
gain
Let's
there
run.
on the play,
They're running.
and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends
And for
here.
the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had 3 points last time.
11.
Well within range of scoring a touchdown.
Right here.
We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that.
Watch in.
That's going to happen in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in
I'm
the
going to
end
hit
zone
you
this time.
all
But it helped
day,
in the
baby.
contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Took just one play to move all the way
You
to
got
the
3
44.
down. 39.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Run.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
12.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down.
Go ahead.
4 down.
Over the complete. And
Yeah,
he'll be taken
baby.
down
Here we go.
across the 50 at the
White.
45 in enemy territory.
White.
Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner.
Let's go.
Over the middle, and he got Goodwin complete. And the
Watch
stop
Mike.
here will
Move it up,
come
fellas.
at the 38-yard line.
Hey, gun.
7 yards.
13.
On the catch.
Blitz.
Complete to Kittle over the middle of the
Yeah,
field.
baby.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. continues as they search for a tying
Hey, tight
touchdown.
end's right. Watch
Here's
tight end.
1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Here they come.
They get to him
Hot.
quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Run to the ball.
Credit him with
Run
a
to the
1-yard
ball.
gain
Run,
there to make it
run.
2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my
Baby.
night.
Get him,
It
boy.
hasn't been
Get him,
his so
boy.
far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
Hey, watch the lane.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this
Tight end to the
point.
right,
They
boy.
could
Tight
use
end
a
to the right.
conversion.
Move.
They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
Go ahead.
Kill.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 9th touchdown of the season. Point tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Well, we had a number of
number
good games in
86.
the afternoon
Watch
sessions,
86.
but this Sunday nighter might take scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want. Not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Complete. It's Young. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Quarterback now.
Leopard!
6 for 6
Leopard!
coming back out of the locker room.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yards on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there. Come on.
Yeah, buddy. That's how you hit. That's how you hit.
Detroit!
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Too fast, baby.
Completion to the first down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point.
Over!
Fresno.
Watch it now, Barney!
Get there and bring him down.
Well, that play was the very
Boom!
definition
That's how we
of
do
fast,
it.
quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the
mic.
Yes! Better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Run! Not doing there is he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
Not much happening there.
11.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Closed fast.
13. 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Caught by Goodwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Dave, baby.
A really good pickup at 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10.
Four down.
44-yard. Grab, I think he got that. Crash. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out?
Hey, boys, we got.
I'll send you. Here we go.
Run and run it.
Line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3 down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, you have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know,
here we go. Hurry up.
Ends are like
Hurry up.
Sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
He gets away from one. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Gun!
We got 3.
Back up here to throw.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Crash down.
As his guys are in for 6. And
Blitz,
the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh! Touchdown! You got juke, son! He took you to school!
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's
game are
so good and so skilled and hit from distances that you almost start to take.
All right, now look at 56.
They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half.
Over!
Slam!
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
The big boys came out to play. Not up in here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more.
But it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Lucky!
Over!
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
We talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Woo! I know you feel that.
time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Leopard! Leopard!
4 down, 4 down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He can't get up.
Come on, Lyon.
He's taken
Come
down.
on, Lyon.
What a huge
better than
play
that.
at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
He's going to let it fly. Inside the 20.
Hey, hey, hey.
They keep the
got
game
4.
alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone
hey.
now.
Watch 84. Watch 84.
And he takes it in. Touchdown,
Blitz.
Washington.
Blitz.
Darius Geis,
Run!
his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice
don't
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And
6,
in a lot of cases,
6.
the great competitors,
Wait.
they love this
That's a
situation.
West.
They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They
Here we go.
practiced it.
Black
see if
80!
practice makes perfect.
Go ahead.
Bandit. Bandit. I got
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. That one's picked off. It's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
Gotta get the
A
point.
lot of
Get on
times
the
11,
when you're
11.
in coverage, you're so it surprises you. That may have happened.
Come
to him
on
in
out
that
here. Come get
situation.
some.
Another
Come get
throw
some.
on
Come on here.
2nd
Come get
down,
some.
and this one incomplete
He don't
as
want
well.
it.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play
11,
coming
11.
up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Even.
Hey, go. 6.
Go.
Good one. And they worked this well upfield
Get
across
set.
the 45.
12, fellas. Here we go.
24 yards on the play.
I got you.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Wait, hut.
Finds a seam inside.
Go. Run.
And down to the 16-yard line. That
Okay,
was good
Betty, I
for
see you.
35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on
Move
that
it up,
one.
fellas.
And guess
Left,
what?
man, left.
That run, it'll pay dividends.
3 down.
Wait. Go ahead.
All set.
and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you need?
Blown up quickly.
Yeah, baby.
As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They don't want it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on
Watch
1st and 10.
Over!
Mike's 50.
Hit!
Mike's 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers
I don't think you
come
got
in.
it, son.
Who is this against? 5 yards on the pickup.
All right, now, lucky
Bruce Spears
56,
to drive
lucky
after the
56.
penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Now let's go. 3:19. 3:19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a 1st down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm
He's gonna
coming.
let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So out now come the Redskins. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game.
We got 4.
Still have ones who are doing it best.
Right. Get it.
Put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
The linebacker is able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him. As soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Double tight.
They're coming.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, That's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Tight right.
Detroit! Detroit!
3 down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Check. 3 down. 3 down.
Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Teams. It
tight,
starts
double
with
tight.
pregame. Okay, how do you feel?
4
As the
down,
game
4
goes
down.
on,
Check.
they might
4
ask
down,
him
4
again.
down.
Still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash?
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Hey.
Officially,
We got
no
4.
gain
We got
on the
4
play,
down.
and
4
it's
down.
second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Detroit! Detroit!
3 down.
Hot!
Whip. Go. Run.
They'll get this down to the 10. It's
Oh,
a good gain of 11,
yeah!
sets him up first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11
Easy
guys
work.
to the
It's
ball
easy
to try
work,
and get
and
him
it's
on
coming
the ground,
again.
he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Odd.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's how we do it, baby.
Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and
Double
goal,
tight.
back even
Double tight.
further.
4 down.
Hot!
Check.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Biggest
Gun!
Time. This
Tight
is
end's
third and
Ringo.
goal.
Tight end's on
Gun!
Hey.
Steps away. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But the defense take the ball away, turn it over on down. This game's over.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think
13, 13.
to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Your point as well.
11, 11. 13, 13.
Get the team down. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
The defense loses him. And all the way down to the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
A huge play.
I got you.
44
Hey, gun.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play.
A turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
11.
Key to tight end. 4 down.
Wait, 20. Wait, 80. 13. Stay hot.
Here I come.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Hot.
45, 20.
Crash.
Contact.
Pick, baby. All day, every
We
day.
thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime.
All day, every day.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out.